Hidely hodily YouTube, it's Sunday. What does that mean? Well, chances are on a Sunday I'm going to have something to unbox. Something from the toy realm. And today's, I mentioned last time, Elf was last week. Nobody's watched my Elf video. I'm like, how do you not get pulled in when you see Alf in that thumbnail, right? Like, it's Alf. Anyways, we're going to focus on some different kind of aliens today. So I have two toys, both from the same movie, from the same franchise. And this is one of my favorite, Star Wars is my #1 favorite franchise of all time. And then we've got the Transformers, G.I. Joe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles worlds, which are basically like an inch below Star Wars. And then after that, we have a small handful of things that are just a half little inch below those four things. And this franchise is one of the ones that fall in that category. Like, not my ultimate favorite, but so close. It can smell that first place finish, right? So this franchise has terrified me since I was a young kid. It has enthralled me, and the movies really hold up all these years later. And when I see one of these creatures come on screen, I'm every bit as terrified in 2023 as I was back in 1986. So if that's not enough of a clue for you, let's just show you what these are. We got a couple toys from Aliens. Now, if you have not seen the Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, whatever the hell they are, if you haven't seen any of those movies from the Alien franchise, first, slap yourself in the face because you're a moron. Second, go watch all the films in a row. It's Sunday, it's raining out, go do it. Now, Aliens was the second movie in the franchise, released in 1986, and it was a follow-up to the original Alien movie, which was released 7 years earlier in 1979. The movie was directed by James Cameron, a fellow Canadian, and Aliens raised the bar from the original Alien movie by having like tons of aliens in the movie. In the original Alien, there was just one alien in the movie that terrified the crew of the spaceship. But in Aliens, there's a whole nest of them, and they're everywhere, sort of thing. So there's a big difference between the movies in terms of the vibe and the feel and the premise of them. Equally bit as terrifying, both movies, and equally as awesome. But I prefer Aliens, the sequel. Everything about that movie just captured my imagination and scared me all at the same time, and I love that combo. So if you're unfamiliar with the premise of Alien, basically this is, I can't remember the exact years, but it's, it may be 100 years from now, like in the 21s or maybe the 2200s. And like, mankind has basically settled much of the star system. Space travel is just an everyday thing, and mankind is looking for all these different planets to habitate and exploit as well. And when they come to a new planet, they terraform it. So they have these big machines that basically change the environment into as livable for humans as possible. But as mankind expanded out to these new planets, they unearthed a horrible nightmare called the xenomorph. These are black, aliens that have this chitinous exoskeleton. They have green acid for blood, and inside their fang-filled mouth is another tiny mouth that can pop out at you and chew your face off with its own tiny little sets of teeth inside of it. So basically, these movies, the first one's kind of the crew of a spaceship that I think they receive a distress signal, and they go to investigate it, end up finding this alien that penetrates their ship, and it's basically like picking them off one at a time, and will anybody survive, right? Whereas in Aliens, this movie, a group of colonial marines, which are soldiers specifically tasked with keeping the solar system safe from many types of threats, not the least these xenomorph aliens, right? So in Aliens, they go down to a colony to kind of rescue survivors and see what happened, and they run into a hive of aliens, and it's just pure chaos, pure terror, pure just awesomeness, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a clip from the end of the Aliens movie that is perhaps my favorite sequence in the movie for a couple reasons. You're going to see why when I feature these two toys and open them up afterwards. Before I just keep going on and on about aliens, which I could do all day long, let's just watch the clip.
From her, you bitch!
So that sequence takes place right near the end of the movie as the main character in the Aliens franchise, Ripley, who is played by Sigourney Weaver, takes on an alien, and not only an alien, but an alien queen, the most terrifying of all the aliens, in a battle to the death aboard the spaceship that she's using to fly away from danger. What I like about this reveal and what I like about that sequence in the movie specifically is it features two of my very favorite things in the Alien franchise, outside of Ripley, who I love. It features one thing organic, the alien queen, one of the most terrifying on-screen things I've ever looked at, as well as the load lifter suit that Ripley used to defeat the alien. It's kind of one thing organic, one thing mechanic, and I don't know which thing I like better. The load lifter suit was such a neat thing. Like, you see them using it earlier in the movie, but they're just using it to like move crates around the cargo bay in the ship, right? And it's just like, you know, like a forklift at a friggin' Home Depot, right? It's just a piece of equipment for doing whatever. But then when she gets in it, and you know, challenges, throws down with the alien queen and uses all the gadgets and everything and is swinging the arms around like fists, right? It all of a sudden became a lot cooler. That's one of my favorite sequences in all of movies of all time, and two of my favorite things from that sequence is the load lifter and the alien queen. So let's get these two toys out of the boxes and see what they look like, and that'll be about it. Alrighty, Roo, let's check these out. Now, the alien queen here took some damage during shipping, at least the box did anyway, so like I've been dying to open this just so I can throw away this garbage box, right? So let's see if the actual figure has taken any damage. Oh, it had one of those Velcro open up things. Okay. Doesn't matter. Alien Queen. Really taped this thing up well, which is good, I suppose. Since the box took so much damage. Holy shit, we got not sure what this thing is. Looks like you can put something inside of it. Okay. Looks like a couple of the arms came off, but they're just, I think they were supposed to be like that. At least I hope so. Looks like we got a piece of decking that it stands on. I gotta start remembering to bring scissors out. Now this looks like maybe it goes in there or something. Gonna guess. Just undo these. Okay, I think that's all of them. Nothing left in there. It's got a little sign that says Alien Queen on it. Garbage. This thing is in here good. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, so we've got a few limbs. Where'd that one go? Okay, it's up here. Okay. That one. Oh shit. Oh my god, I broke her hand. Seriously. pretty flimsy. Okay, I'm gonna have to glue that. The whole fucking thing came apart. Oh my god. Well, I don't think this is the best quality of toy. Seem to have chinsed a little on the joints especially. Might have to hollow that cavity out a little bit more, you know? God, I'm afraid to move any of the hands now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're really kind of chintzy with the, oh, it's got the little mouth inside. Yeah. It's still really cool, but I just wish it had been a little more quality, to be honest. Okay. And then this thing I think is for the actual stand. Guessing. Yeah. There. So that's what it looks like. It is pretty cool. It's just a little flimsy. I'm gonna have to glue a hand back on, but sometimes that's the way it goes. I'm still not sure what the hell this is for. Now, let's move on to the load lifter. The power loader. Okay, it's got a little base to stand on, some ship decking, grating sort of thing. There she is. Look at that. Wait. I don't think it really moves. Oh, it does. It's got some articulated joints. Okay. That is really cool. So anyway, there you have it. A couple of alien artifacts. Oh, shit. An alien queen and the power loader suit, both of which are amazingly awesome. Okay, so thoughts and impressions on these two toys. The Alien Queen, she looks really good. The coloring of whatever material this is, it's some sort of plastic / rubber maybe, is really good. The detail all along like the little spines and little vertebrae and all the little joints is really good. But the material itself, like they didn't really do, like the leg won't go fully in, that ball joint, so it's kind of sticking out a bit. So the way it was kind of put together wasn't that great. So, and you can see the head, like the head's really loose. It just turns and I can just pull it right out right now and it'll come out no problem. So the actual construction and the materials, the way they move and hold together, that's a major downside. You saw that I broke the hand, so I've actually crazy glued it, so it's kind of almost dry, but it's taken a long time. But so that hand will be immobile, obviously. And then it's got the little second set of jaws that come out of the big jaws. So there is a lot of good to this, but there's also a lot of bad. So if I were, you know, to try and find one of these again, I would either get one of these but not pay that much for it. I don't think this was overly expensive, but knowing the quality of it now, I would have tried to find it for a little bit less at least. But still, I'm adding an Alien Queen to my man cave, right? So either way, I'm winning. Oh, and there goes the fucking hand. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There it is. So yeah, I'm not sure why the crazy glue's not working, but it's definitely not working. I'll have to find a way to clamp that afterwards until it's dry. But anyways, that's my thoughts on the Alien Queen. Now the load lifter suit, obviously comes with a little grate to stand on. And this isn't so much a toy as it is just a static model, but that being said, the joints do still move. You get some articulation there. I don't think those move so much. Yeah, so it's just a little bit of flex there. The elbow joints come up and down. Oh, that one came out. And then these also can move along the little conveyor there and clamp shut and stuff like that, and that spins. So you can do kind of all the things that she was doing in the movie there. And also when the arms move, like you get, well, at least you did. Anyways, you get the action, where was that? Was that in the legs? Yeah, in the legs back here. You get like the hydraulic, the pistons going up and down, and you got the loose cables back here, which add a really cool effect to it as well. So this one is, again, not the highest quality of toy, but still a little bit better than the Alien Queen, but it looks amazing. And there's the little blowtorch that she used to fry the thing's face. So overall, this is a pretty cool toy. I definitely like the load lifter more than I like the Alien Queen. I think it's made of slightly better materials. It's put together better. but still isn't without its share of kind of flaws and stuff. But still, either way, both of these items weren't that expensive. In fact, they were on the cheaper side of the stuff I've ordered in the recent past. So for the quality of the items, it's still a pretty good value overall, and I get to add a couple Alien items to my shelf, of which I don't really have anything other than books, you know. So that's again, that's a win. Next week, the reveals are only going to get neater and cooler as they go along, because the way I like to do this is I like to do the best items last. I eat the same way. I start with my least favorite item on the plate, eat that, and then I finish with the best, right? My wife's always like, well, how do you know you're still gonna be hungry? And it's like, I'm always fucking hungry. Just like I'm always hungry for cool toys. So stay tuned. Next weekend, I got a busy weekend, so it may not come next Sunday, my next reveal, but definitely the Sunday after that, at the minimum. So until then, whenever that may be, I'm not even sure, like stay cool, stay warm. What's it doing out there? It's nuts. Anyways, toodaloo.
Meow.